Hello, Keeping Fish with Marty people. Now, I'm super excited to be here. I'm here in UK and I'm here to visit one of the most iconic aquascaping gallery out there, Aquarium Gardens. I've seen this place in multiple videos done by huge and famous YouTubers in this aquascaping space. Just before we jump into the video, just a quick thing. I usually do my videos in Malayalam. For those people, just a quick brief for them. ഞാൻ ഈ വീഡിയോ ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിലായിരിക്കും. കാര്യം ഇവിടുത്തെ ഷോപ്പ് ഓണർ they'll have no idea what Malayalam is. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ മലയാളത്തിൽ പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പുള്ളിയായിട്ടുള്ള കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷൻ്റെ ഒരു സ്മൂത്ത്നെസ് പോകാൻ സാധ്യതയുണ്ട്. So I'll be doing this video in English. Bear with me on this one. They got endless collection of plants here, some of which I've only seen on TV. I am super excited. I hope you are as well. Let's go inside and let's make this an awesome Keeping Fish with Marty video. Guys, we got a wide collection of stuff beyond what's available in Australia. They got a wide selection of products. I'll do a quick run through of everything that they have over here. Some of this I really wanted to buy this, but I could never find it. The real catch today, the cherry on the top, is the huge aquarium sea.
So it could be, it doesn't matter how good an aquascape you are, the plants are only going to grow as good as the light you're providing.
The shop owner will run us through those tanks. Before that, I will run you through what I can see here and things which catches my eye. I'll run you through everything. So this is what you see when you actually walk into the store. I got two of my friends here. That's Suryak and that's Jitu. Those are my schoolmates and we're just catching up in UK. Start with, right behind the counter we got lots of aquasoils and heaps of products for plant fertilization and an endless collection of lights. As you can see, CO2 injection, they got everything here. Just next to that is huge rows of tissue culture plants. And there are smaller aquariums here. I'll go to that in detail. Those are special ones. And it's not just that. I couldn't find any of this stuff in other stores in UK, especially the APT ones. I love to use this in my fish tanks. They actually give so much color to the plants. They got all the brands here, to be honest. The next room we got this hardscape world here. Huge dojo. I think this must be a 6 feet or an 8 feet or something. It's huge. So you can literally make up all your scape and arrange it and get ideas for your fish tank. The amount of wooden rocks that they have here is insane. Don't even know what it's an elderly stone. See the colors on this one. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't find this in Australia or in India. It's amazing. And some of these wood pieces are huge. Oh, look at this one. Imagine this in your fish tank. That'd be amazing. You can go plant throughout this thing and it'll be amazing. Maple leaf, all the rocks. See, some of these stones, I don't even know what the name of these ones are. They're so good. Walking past the hardscape, you can see all the plants in the water here. Yeah, you got a fair bit of collection of plants and it doesn't end there. They got this huge wall of all the different types of anubias, crypts, java ferns, strident javas, bucephalandras, got it all. That's so good. I might actually buy a few for my fish tank that I'm building here. If you want to see the tank which I'm building here in UK. You usually see fish tanks built in Australia. In the next video, you're going to see a fish tank that I'm going to do in UK. Like, it might come out after a week after I release this video. Keep an eye out for that as well. We got more plants here, more plants here. If I go on naming all of this, it'll take ages for me to get across all of this. And more wood. See, they got this nice wall of all the wood that can be used. Even got all the tiny roots and stuff which you can use for detailing in your aquarium. That's so good. Okay, now we're going to see the fish gallery at last. I hope you love the store and the wide collection that they have here. Now we got the legend here himself, Mr. Dave.
Hello.
You might have already seen him on YouTube. So Dave, nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you. Yeah, so I'm from Australia, where we have nothing, and this man has literally everything you could possibly have in the aquascaping world. I just saw the hardscape area, mate, and that's next level. Yeah. Can you tell us a bit about your store, mate? And yourself as well?
Well, started the store 10 years ago as a hobbyist, and couldn't find, much like yourself, couldn't find the things that I wanted from local fish stores. So found myself going to 4 or 5 different places to find all the things that I need. So I decided, well, there's a bit of a gap here, and decided to get everything under one roof and create a store where aquascapers can come and find everything they need. We've got the dojos out there, so we can help design your tanks. We've got up to hundreds of plants, so we've got the full systems here. We can help design and cater to your new system.
Yep.
If anything, we don't sell is fish, but we don't need to. We're a planted specialist.
So you literally got everything which a beginner could use to all the way to the high end of the spectrum.
Exactly, yeah. We're trying to focus on getting beginners through the door on a lower budget, with like MD sort of stuff.
Yep.
And then people can then progress onto the higher end stuff as they get into the hobby.
Yes, and then that'll eventually happen. Once they get a taste of this, they will know how good this hobby is. And
perhaps when you're a beginner, you don't want to come in and buy a Ferrari fish tank straight away, because you wouldn't. So you start over there and you work your way up. Yeah.
You might even end up ditching the hobby since you do not know how to take care of, and it'll turn into a big algae mass.
Yeah, making your first tank a success is really important, because if that successful first tank doesn't happen, then you drop out, and then we lose a hobbyist. So it's really important to make that first tank successful, easy and successful.
And you guide them through the process as they walk in here usually.
Yeah.
That's
and then
good.
Second tank, we can progress them. We can maybe get you into CO2
advanced
and go up from there.
Okay, so Dave has made all of this tank by himself.
Many of them, yeah. Some of them, we've got a George Farmer tank over there. We've got a Pavel Kulanda tank over there. We've got a MJ tank over there, MD tanks, and a lot of the others are mine as well. Yeah.
So he's literally got tanks made by himself and famous YouTube aquascapers in all of Europe. I'd say. Cool. It'll be a good thing to run by these tanks with the man himself. And
we have a look,
yeah, let's have a look. So Dave, what we got here? What's this?
So here we have an Eheims ClearScape 73. This is powered by a Twin Star S lighting. We've been selling these for years. These are good quality professional lighting. The S range is the top range, so you're going to get super colours and really good plant growth.
So how expensive is that light? Like
this light here is £229.
Okay, it's fairly expensive, but it gives.
Yeah, I mean it's more expensive than your average fish tank light. But you're getting what you're paying for is colour rendition. You're paying for the intensity, the quality of the LEDs. You're paying for the quality of plant growth that you get from that light.
And you get the colour on the fish as well.
It's absolutely. It's your once you've got CO2, your next limitation is lighting, and you don't want any limits from your light. You want to pay for a good quality light that you can grow any plant really well and get super colours.
So for somebody who's just starting in this hobby, would you recommend this sort of light or something a bit more cheaper? Because the light determines a lot of how that tank is going to look like. And
yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, if you're getting into the CO2 high energy type, then the Twin Star is a good entry level light. There are cheaper lights out there, but they perhaps won't give you what you're looking for in a high energy system. So you'd work your way up into some of the other lights, perhaps when you progress through the hobby.
So what's behind this design?
Well, really, we've got a central kind of island display. It's fairly overgrown at the moment with the hydrocotyle everywhere, but we've got 3 pieces of river wood. We've got some soil underneath, some rocks around the base, and then a perimeter of white sand. And
And for people who are usually building, they see all this moss which has grown like thick and bushy.
Yeah.
How do you attain that? For somebody who's starting, they will never, they won't find it easy to get this.
This is where equipment comes into it, because if you have a superfish light on the aquarium, you're not going to grow these plants as compact as they are now.
Yeah.
So this is where equipment comes into it. You could be, it doesn't matter how good an aquascape you are, the plants are only going to grow as good as the light you're providing them. So this is my answer.
It's what it keeps. CO2 and light can
absolutely.
make it grow. And do you trim this to keep this round, or?
When you trim moss, it sinks, so it's quite a messy job. So I tend just to pull it off. It's a lot easier.
Okay.
Just pull it off and then.
So how do you still keep that shape?
Just give it a squeeze.
Oh, okay.
Give it a squeeze and
Squeeze,
just give it a squeeze. Pull off the straggly bits. Just give it a squeeze.
Love how colorful that fish is. It's literally flame red.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you got even a shrimp.
You come from the top, you can see the colour of this Tripscani spiralis. It's beautiful.
Whoa, that's beautiful red.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. Okay, let's move on to the next thing here.
Yeah, this is another
It keeps getting better.
Again, twin star lighting on this tank.
Yep.
This is a 200 litre aquarium.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Eheim filtration. And the scape is, classic nature style, really.
Yep.
We use a lot of plants that you'd perhaps find in a classic ADA, kind of a Mano style scape with the Java moss and the grasses at the back.
What are those grasses? Are they?
Well, here the very thin one is Eleocharis montevidensis.
Yeah. What's the thing behind the bigger whale-looking crypty leafy plant?
This is Tripscani balanzae.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's lovely kind of crinkled leaf. Yeah.
Yeah, like that adds a lot of texture to the tank.
Definitely, you've got this curtain at the back, haven't you, of plants?
Do you usually have background plants if it's this sort of an island? I can see a lot of similarity here. That's just an island, and this is just a bigger version.
Yeah, it depends. This is a more linear style scape, so it goes. There's no negative space at the back. The kind of scape goes all the way across, doesn't it?
Yep.
So it's what we call a linear sort of style.
Cool. And the Bucephalandra behind there. That's so good. And you got black neons in.
Black neons and glow lights, tetras,
Yeah.
a few Kubota raspberries.
Kubotas are really beautiful in this. That's so good. Twin star light again.
Yep.
Yes.
So next one is a Awase Scaper Line 90 tank.
Yep.
The lighting this is quite neat for us. This is a skylight hyperbar.
They look so good.
Yeah. It's app controlled. You can change the colours, the intensity through all that. You get really vivid colours. I don't know if you pick it up.
It's like the contrast has just.
Yeah. So you're going from a light that's £300 to £400, and you get that
difference.
Yeah.
That greens, it's so good in here. And that fish just really complements to that. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, the Pentazona barbs is one of my favourites.
Do you know where they're from, originally?
The Pentazonas?
Yeah.
I don't know exactly, to be honest, actually. I don't know.
And what's this?
Aerocalum, Vietnam. It's a pretty easy plant, actually, but it goes really
Doesn't need CO2 and...
No, you can grow it without CO2, yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty easy plant.
So, you got aquasoil throughout here.
Yeah, aquasoil, got Eleocharis mini as the carpet.
Yep.
It's my Mano shrimps on top of it grazing. We've got in the background Rotala green going up to Limnophila hipporoides and Hydrocotta petita on the top of
I
this
love that.
thing. You've got Trident Fern, classic, and a few nice crypts in the middle.
They're big leaf crypts.
Yeah,
That's
they
good.
are, yeah. And then we go up to some Anubias, Hastophalia and Congentus.
So you're growing it immersed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
There's not many plants that will grow in our dry air here, but they seem to do okay.
Oh, that's so good. And the best thing about this thing, which I noticed, is how it ties into the next one.
Yeah. So we're constantly trying to think of new ideas here.
Yep.
Something that, pushing outside the box, literally. And I think it's working better and better as these plants start to connect the two together.
Yep.
So it's looking more and more natural as that hydrocot starts to grow over. And the idea is we've gone from Asian plants from over here,
Yep.
from one side of the world, African plants in the middle with the Anubias,
Yep.
and then America's over here. So we've got swords in mostly South America.
South American stuff, yeah.
So we've got a few Ludwigas from North America,
Oh, those Ludwigia red is so amazing. What's this light?
So ADA solar RGB, and that is the best light in the world.
How expensive is this?
It's £800. £800, yeah. It's not a cheap light. But it's the Ferrari of lights in the aquascaping world.
I love the cardinal tetras. That's to match with that South American theme. And
right.
this obviously is some Asian fishes that you got over here.
I can't think exactly where they fart.
Yeah, but it's from Asia for sure.
Exactly, yeah.
Look a lot like those barbs from there.
Yeah.
And oh, that's so good. The cardinals. Do you actually chain them? They usually get quite big, right?
Yeah.
Do you rotate the fish?
No, these ones are all new from about 3 weeks ago. So they came in a few weeks ago.
So when you get the one thing which was bothering me is like you get an aquascape, you get all these small fishes and they grow to a massive size.
Yeah.
And they sort of start to really stand out from the aquascape. So what do you do? Do you change the fish?
Luckily, I have a few friends that I can give them away to.
I wish I was one of your friends.
But yeah, it's nice to get the same size fish, or at least the same age, and grow up together.
And there's a little nice sword behind. That's really good at pulling the...
Believe it or not, it's summer here now, but with all the rain. But yeah, get some nice flowers in the summer.
That's so good. Mainly because it must be whole temperature controlled in here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, as soon as the warmth comes and stuff, I mean, in here at night it get quite cold over the winter, so we don't get really good flowering.
I love the Monte Carlo. Is that Monte Carlo?
Hemianthus calachoides, actually. Similar. Monte Carlo's on the floor.
Like, did you just stick it on? And the fertilizer dosing keeps it going?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Daily fertilizer.
It's like weeping down.
Yep.
So good. And some autosynclus as well.
Yeah.
Heaps of amano shrimp. I can see a lot of amano shrimp in all the tanks.
Yeah. Edge polish here, finish up the algae.
What's it rock? I love the colours on that.
This is black elderly stone. It's quite a new one for us.
Is it? It looks so good. That's good. Okay, let's move to the small tank.
Yeah, the small tank as well. So it's nicknamed Beast. And it's quite a big tank for an aquascape. You don't really want bigger than 500 litres because it's quite a lot to look after.
Yep.
So we've deliberately scaped this and used plants that are quite low maintenance on the whole because it's such a big tank.
Yep.
So we've used mainly slow growing epiphyte plants here with the trident ferns.
Is it coffee teller?
Coffee folio, Anubias, various Anubias going along here. We've got Bucephalandra, like the Kedagang up the top there. Obviously some mosses as well. And in the background we've just filled it with Rotala and some Myriophyllums.
So it's easier to trim from up here.
Exactly. Once every 6 weeks we get a pair of scissors and just go over the whole lot.
So who came up with this? Is your design?
Me and some of the guys here, we did it together.
Oh,
so I came up with a loose concept, said, right, I want to use this wood, I want this composition, and we all just went ahead and did it.
So you literally made 2 islands?
Yeah, I wanted open space here and here, I wanted sand on the front, and then we just all put it together. When there's 4 of you, it doesn't take too long.
Yeah, and is there a way to prevent this from happening? The aqua soil from popping up?
It's difficult, it will always happen. When you skate, fill the gaps in the rocks. We have like a wall of rocks to hold the soil back. Fill the gaps in the rocks with filth floss, small gravel, small stones, and avoid as much as you can. Stop the soil coming through. It's always going to come through. You're never going to stop it because when the plants go in the soil behind, the soil expands and it has to go somewhere, so it's always going to fall forward. Yeah.
One thing which worked for me is I took out all the corridoras and stuff and all, we just digging it up, and it kind of stabilized after that.
Yeah. But there'll be a little bit every week, and every week we'll just siphon it out or use a magnet or something to get it out.
Oh, it has iron in it, so it'll come up. I should try that. That would be so much easier. And what's the moss on this one?
This is peacock moss, this one here.
Peacock moss. That's so good.
It's a Ricardia moss up the top there.
I love Ricardia. I don't think you get that anywhere outside of Europe. It's quite hard to get a hold of in Australia.
So nice, yeah.
And the harlequins, like, they go really with that Bucephalandra.
Harlequins and some coppers as well. The really colourful ones. There's a copper in the middle there.
And you have kept the back side blank.
Yeah.
Ah, cool. So she's getting some eggs. That's so good, mate, so good. And what's this ADA same?
Same, yeah, the 2 solar RGBs, yeah.
And why have you used mirrors here and not there?
The shades are for if it's in your home in your living room, it just stops the light obviously getting in your eyes. I don't like the look of them because they're a bit bulky.
Yeah.
I've got them. I haven't got any on here, but at home I'd probably put them on. Yeah. You don't need them.
And what's this on the top? I gotta ask that.
This is Hemianthus calatricoides cuba, so the carpeting plant. We're just using it immersed. You can see there's a little bit of browning in some places, but it's just sucking up the water at the bottom. It seems to be doing okay.
So it's well and healthy outside of that ring. Yeah, that's good. That's the thing, your plants are so healthy. That's so nice. And what have we got here?
So this is our what we call diorama scape. So diorama basically means shrinking a landscape. It could be a mountain, a forest, a tree, shrinking it down into something smaller to scale. So obviously this is a mountainous type scape, and we've got this kind of two-island theme, almost two-sided theme going on with a strip down the middle. It used to have a path down the middle, but we've let it astray at the moment. So at the back we've got like this kind of grassy theme going on with the Eleocharis. Moving down onto various carpeting plants.
And you've got the Frisidens moss there.
Yeah, it's another rare one.
So good. That's so good. And the scriptor power?
Pava. Yeah, that's right. Super small.
Yeah, and the carpeting plant, what is this one?
This is Marcellea crenata.
Is it hard to get this growing like this?
You need strong light, you need CO2.
Okay.
And but yeah, it's very, very small at the moment. Because it's growing in gravel rather than soil, it grows a lot slower.
Yeah.
So it's quite easy to maintain.
And some helferis there.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And some hair grass in the back.
Hair grass.
Yeah.
And my daughter's come to join us. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
How old is she?
4.
4.
Yeah. The next thing is an aquascaper 600. This was scaped by MJ originally, but it's quite overgrown at the moment.
Well, I love how much this hydrophila pinnatifida has grown.
It's beautiful. We get the sort of pinks and the oranges under the strong light. It's quite overgrown at the moment. It doesn't need a cut back, but it's beautiful.
And what's this plant?
Yeah, really interesting, unusual one. Ranunculus inundatus. You can see it spreads by runners.
Yeah, the runners are quite...
Almost like little umbrellas.
Yeah. I don't think you have it in most of the tanks.
No, it's quite unique. It's interesting texture. Yeah.
Oh, that cherry bob is colourful. It's all flared up.
Yeah, it's pretty old. It's a good colour.
So good.
This is the Skylight Hyperbar as well. We're a big fan of these. You get the app's really easy to use. Good colours. Very good.
How much is the Skylight?
This size is £300.
Okay.
Bad.
Okay. Okay, the next big tank.
Last one is...
Well, you got to start with the light. What is that? That looks so good.
This is Skylight as well, but this is the hyper spot.
Okay.
The benefit, difference here is you've got different individual spots. So you get this beautiful shimmer.
Yes.
You pick it up on the camera.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's very good for like natural kind of setups where we've got where you want like the natural sunlight kind of effect and the ripples underwater.
Yeah, especially on the darker greens, the way it goes on the rocks and the darker greens, it's so
Gives you a
good.
different feel, different atmosphere, different vibe. And also you don't get any glare off of these lights. So the lights, the LEDs are sunken into the light, so it doesn't shine in your eyes. So it's quite.
And I'm not getting any reflection here. Maybe it has something to do with that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
This scape's quite new, so you can see some algae on the rocks and things going through a diatoms phase.
It's slowly getting into that.
Yeah, but if you will get algae in a new scape, just don't panic and ride it out. Focus on plant growth, and as you can see, the plant's doing very well. But the algae will burn out in no time at all.
And can you change the tone of the colours on this one as well?
Yeah, through the app. Yeah, you can. I just generally use their preset natural colour. Works quite well.
Oh, that's so good. What's this design called? What would you call this one?
I would call this classic nature style, but also with a bit of a kind of biotopy vibe, but it's more classic nature style. And it's a triangular composition. You can see height on one side flowing down to the open space on the other. It's very sort of classic plant choices for ADA and the fish choices with the neon tetras. Got a new plant in the middle as well here actually. This is the Hygrophila cerphyllum. It's a carpeting Hygrophila.
Have you got this in stock?
Just sold the last of it today. The last 3 I sold earlier on. But I was just testing it out. It's a new plant. It's really good.
Okay, mate, so one thing I got to ask, like, what's the routine? Like, what's the water change routine and all that you do here?
So the water change routine, we're looking at 75% once a week on all the tanks. So basically drain and fill the tanks once a week.
75%?
Really important, yeah.
Wouldn't it affect the fish?
No. Very little bacteria and things is actually held in the water itself. It's all in the filter, all in the substrate. It's important to dechlorinate your water
Before you add it in, yeah.
And a similar temperature as well. That's the main two things that the fish are worried about, temperature and getting rid of chlorine. Other than that, they love it because you're taking dirty water out and you put in new clean water in. And these systems are producing so much waste from all the plant growth that it's like being in sixth gear. There's so much waste being produced that you just need to dilute it and flush it out, which is why we do those big water changes every week.
That's so good. Love this light and that shimmer.
Yeah.
This really stands out.
Yeah.
That's so good. Well, yeah, that's a small one.
Yeah, got a little nano. This needs a big trim, obviously.
It's super overgrown, as you can see. What is this? Is this little Vicky?
This is Rotala.
Rotala.
It's Rotidifolia.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
super. The plant's healthy, that's the thing. Like, it's not overgrown, it's super healthy. And you got some really cool fish tanks here.
Yeah, let's have a look at MDs first. So, MD fish tanks, non-CO2 setup.
Yeah. Is that the only non-CO2 setup that you have here?
This is, apart from the nano tanks, this is the only non-CO2 setup, yeah. But we've used the base equipment, so the light that comes with the tank and the hang on the back filter, it's all quite basic, low energy equipment. We've selected the plants really carefully to make sure they're really easy, basic plants with low demands.
Yep.
And we do minimal water changes on this, we do less than we do over there. And it's just all about a slower pace of life. And it's easy for newcomers because there's less maintenance, and budget-wise, it's cheaper as well.
Yeah, how much are these lights? Like, they're so good. Like, even the tank next to it, the reds are so prominent in the superfish lights.
Yeah, they're not so bad, are they? The tank and the light is really reasonably priced. It's £105 for the tank and the light, and a filter as well. So
really?
Very, very budget. Yeah.
I mean, that's where somebody should start
Exactly.
From what you recommend.
A
Yeah.
lot of people start with this, and they can upgrade the light. They can buy a twin star, put CO2 on it, buy an external canister if you want to, and work your way up from here. It gets you into the hobby.
Oh, this can definitely get you in the hobby in the right way.
Yeah.
That's so good. And it's that lava rock. Lava stone?
That's a Galapagos stone, but very similar to black lava stone. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Slightly wider pores in there.
Yeah. And I love the way how this wood literally pops out.
That's the beauty of open top tanks, can't you? You can come out and make use of it.
Yeah, and this one.
MD's
second tank.
Second tank is the Scaper 90, so 60 centimetres. Same equipment, apart from we've added CO2.
Yep.
And we've got an external filter on there as well into the lily pipes here. So it's kind of going from low tech to medium tech with this tank.
Yep.
And you can get better colours from your plants.
And
the carpeting plants are slightly struggling, but yeah. It is what it is. I mean, this light is only going to do so much. The plant's growing and it looks okay.
It's still holding, yeah. It's just not carpeting.
Exactly, exactly.
And the bulbitis is obviously gross in everything, yeah. Like, if you can see the red there, it's really good for the price,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And how much are these ones? This is slightly bigger than this one.
I think this is about 150 overall for the tank. I mean, these guys.
Do you sell the light separate?
They are sold separately. But
do you have them in store, or do you have to order it online?
We have a few, I think. Yeah, but this one's about £50 or so, £60 or so.
Okay, and what's the length here?
6 centimeters.
Yeah. Have you got one for the 70? Because I was looking for a light. Please, that'll be good. And yeah, what's he? Like, that's very biotopy.
Biotope, yeah. Set up by Thai Streetman. And this is basically a high energy biotope, which you don't see very often. Most biotopes are more budget. It's got CO2 on there, it's got a high powered lights on there, we've got a fancy background, and we've got gold tetras in there.
That's one in the back.
Yeah, there you go. They're quite shy actually. But yeah, this biotope is all about creating a natural habitat, literally trying to take something out of a natural space and putting it in aquariums. The scale remains the same. The disorder and chaos remains the same.
Is it actually from the same creek plants or same area plants?
No, it's not all completely biotope specific, but we're trying to replicate or be inspired by a particular place. So it's what biotope is. You can either do a strict biotope, or what's more fun is just doing a loosely inspired biotope where you're not using specific plants, but plants that could replicate something else that you find in the wild in a specific place.
Oh, that's so good. And you got some nano setups here.
Yeah. This is so we've got a 30 centimetre shallow tank, 45 centimetre shallow tank, and the 25 centimetre cube. These are all low light, no CO2, low maintenance.
Yep, you might be seeing a lot of glare on this one because it's low light tank.
That's right.
But this one you can see a bit more. And yeah, the plants are healthy. Doesn't need much. And love the waterfall there. How did you get that to happen?
So there's a little pump at the back that's just got a little bit of tubing coming up, and that's just wedged in a gap in the wood.
That looks so good.
Keeps the moss moist. And,
that's genius.
It's nice. Very nice.
That's genius. And this is also looking quite good with the crystal shims.
Yeah, that's right. You just need to tidy up the soil there at the front. But this is the sort of thing that if you've not got much time and you've got a small space in your office or in your kitchen or something like that, and you don't want to spend too much money or spend too much time, and you want to maybe breed some shrimps or something, it's perfect. Low budget and easy.
Yep, and this is, when I see this, I see like I can put this on an office desk.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the first thing that
this is almost a static kind of piece. It's not necessarily changing or living so much, although it has got plants in it. This doesn't change so much. It's almost an arty kind of thing, you know. But I love it. I mean, it's super low maintenance. There's no livestock in there. It's just purely like a pond, almost like a pond style.
So you don't even have any shrimp in there?
No. You could actually put shrimp in there.
Yeah, shrimp might manage. And what's the grass behind? Like it looks like reeds.
Yeah, this is a chorus. So this is actually a terrestrial plant. Yeah, a chorus bacillus.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good, man. So yeah, first of all, thank you for your time and running me through all of this.
Thanks for coming all this way.
Yeah, all the way from Australia. See, you got fans all across the world, mate. So huge thank you today.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Okay.
I hope you loved the store. I know there's no other aquarium shop like this. I've never seen one before like this. And I saw this on YouTube and I found this when I was here in UK, and I just came here to bring this to you guys. Hope you liked the video. I will see you in the next one where I'm building a fish tank here in UK with the stuff I can get from here. So see you then. Bye. So that's it's just that not many people do this in my language. So I'm like that.
നീ അങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞപ്പോ നീ ഞാൻ നീ ബ്രേക്ക് ആയതാണ്
കട്ട് ചെയ്തൊന്നും എടുത്ത്